Welcome. Thank you so much for joining in. I am super excited about this plugin. I have known that it existed for a little while. One of our top blogger content affiliates actually uses this, loves this, and I have always loved how her content not only looks, but obviously it was converting like crazy. So I started looking into Lasso more deeply a couple of weeks ago as a tool that I wanted to use myself. And the more I got into it, I was like, oh, everybody needs to have this. So I reached out to Andrew, and he has been so sweet to listen to all of my bajillion questions that I have had over the last couple of weeks, but then also to join us here to share with you, and then also to give Apogee Insiders some special pricing. I'm very excited about that as well. Andrew, thank you again so much for joining in. I've got a lot of questions, but I'm going to try to not interrupt you and let you do it. Anybody who's watching live, you guys can ask questions in the chat. And if you are watching this on YouTube or on the recording in our insiders group, you can comment and I will make sure any of your questions get over to Andrew as well. So thank you again. I'll let you go.
All right. Thank you for having me. Super excited to share what we have and definitely feel free to interrupt. I love questions. I'm the founder of Lasso. I started as an affiliate marketer myself. I have a website called Listen Money Matters. I also created a website called Gift Lab. We've earned an incredible amount. We've been very lucky with affiliate marketing. And I'm a developer, so all problems look like development problems to me. And I had to develop for my content business. And I decided to automate the monetization piece because I was just spending so much time on what I felt was BS admin work. And that's how Lasso was born. And we really do a few core things really well. Essentially, we're like a product database for your content business. So whatever products you promote, we store them in Lasso. We keep all of their details up to date. So if Amazon changes the price, it is added to Prime, removed from Prime, out of stock, broken, whatever, we track and manage all of that for you. And then because we have all this information, we can keep it consistent as it's displayed across your site. So if a price of a widget goes from $10 to $20, every page on your site is automatically updated with the new price. And as a result, we're able to comply with Amazon's terms and all of their onerous whatevers. So you don't have to worry about that. And that's where most people discover us, is our product displays. And we could show one product, multiple products next to each other. We mimic a lot of things you've probably seen on the internet, although at this point, they're probably mimicking us. And it's really just driven by, we see millions of impressions a month, and we just have been A/B testing over what's been 5 years now. And so our stuff really converts very well. And so the kind of leading piece that most people are familiar with Lasso are our product displays. They look like this. They can be more lean, more robust. There's multiple themes that you could see, or that you can set. Our tables, things like what you might see on a resources page, and then listicles. And we do really well. Are you still there?
Yep, I think you're frozen a little bit, but we're here.
Sorry.
No worries.
I'll pick up where I left up. I saw my video freeze. And then just listicles, and I'm sure you've seen things like this all over the place, top 30 products, this, that, whatever. If you go to giftlab.co, you'll see we deployed that in mass. It just works really well for a lot of lean content topics, both SEO and performance wise. And there's many customizations in between. Our displays are highly customizable. If you're on a pro and up plan, the team will actually help you drive customizations. Our goal is it should look like it is deeply integrated into your brand and does all whatever things you need. We have customers, when you scroll down, they're like top, I don't know, eighth of the page are a bunch of products. We'll do all of those things.
So I think
those yeah.
That's my favorite. If you go up to the first one, the single, this was what really got me, because we say all the time that you should have a contextual link and a call to action and whatever in the content. But sometimes when you're looking at bloggers, and especially if they're running like an ad network or something along those lines, sometimes when people put like the banners and stuff, the affiliate banners, people don't know what is an ad, what is a banner.
Yeah.
This makes it really easy for the user to be like, oh, this is exactly it, and buy from, or like where it says try Grammarly, um, stuff like that. Like, I think this just makes it like foolproof to be like, oh, this is where I'm buying it. It's not an ad, not a whatever. That and the display of the three, I hadn't even gotten to the list. That makes me super excited. But because I have used it where I have three different, not comparison, but three different related things, and I've had people purchase all three because they're right there. Makes it so easy. I love
Yeah.
it.
It kills with resources pages for our customers that have like personal brands. One of the things that I think people maybe confuse it, and your instinct is correct, displays like typical banner ads, you would click and then you would do discovery on the next page, where most affiliates, the discovery is actually happening on the page that they're on. And so you can give them all the information they need to make a decision. They're already a warm lead, and then they just convert that much better because you've reduced the time that they need to take to find out this information. And it could be as simple as you're looking for a table for your kitchen and it needs to be a certain set of dimensions, and you can just put your own dimensions in there, and so they could look at it and immediately know that it would work.
The
Goal of the
other thing
display.
too, you said Amazon, but this can be used for any affiliate link.
Mhm.
And then also, like you have on here, read our review. I've started using it for links that are not even affiliate, but interlinking within the site, or just because the whole point, especially with the new Google algorithms, and yay, we got a notification that another one's starting. Excuse me. Oh, I just lost my voice. Anyway, yay, Mercury Gatorade. What was I going to say? Oh, for the interlinking, it's about giving value, being able to put all of the information right there in front of them so that they can make. That's what you were saying with the discovery.
To build on that, this is an example of one of our sites that kind of was like the onus for creating this. We would write these detailed reviews on financial products that would convert exceptionally well. But what happened is like they might, and for example, with Fundrise, you're buying like essentially an ETF. But maybe when you were looking to invest in a real estate a rental property, when you discovered Fundrise, you thought they did something that they don't. And so we could use this table where if they wanted to buy a direct rental property, they could go to Roofstock. And so there are people who are arriving to your pages and they think they know what they want, and your content is good and informs them that they're actually looking for something else. This gives you an opportunity to keep them still and convert them on the next on like the appropriate product.
Right.
For our customers that use this approach, the clicks that drive from one review to another convert at a much higher level than they typically would because they already trust you. And so this is an example of a table from Lasso. This is another one. They can just look like highly customizable.
Yep, I have mine matching my branding colors. And so the post that I actually have that's already converting is a solar lights for my garden. And so over the last year, I've been putting together this garden, and I always share on social media my garden all lit up at night, because whether anything's growing or not, it's gorgeous out there. And so now I've gone back and I'm starting to put the link to that article, and it has all the different ones, but there's one that I have three different variations of, and Lasso made it perfect because it's one, two, three right there in the blog post. That's the one that's already converting, like within a week of me putting it in there.
And for something like that, let's say you wanted to juxtapose it with different retailers. Amazon, we have the data for Amazon, but we also pull it in for Home Depot and Chewy and Walmart and just like Fanatics, like all the other ones. And so if you were working with another brand, we've probably already worked with them through another customer of ours, and we have product data integrated, or at least a default something, so you can really get up and running quickly. So that's our displays. Our link management piece, while not as sexy as the display, is found on the back end. That's this dashboard that you just saw, your ability to manage all the details about your link from the theme, which here we have Cutter, but we could switch to a bunch of pre-built ones, Cactus, what have you. And just add in a bunch of details. And the thing is, like right now, if you go back here, so we have the price, which we could hide if we don't want the price. Right now, this is just a default put this display on your site because it's our site, but it could be our review. You can make the URL slash copywriter review. You could change the badge up top. So badge, great display, increase conversions, more exclamation points. And you could do something like, we'll add something that already exists. We'll add a rating to it. So we'll say, this is 5 stars because I love this book.
Oh, that's cool.
And we'll save it. And now this updates everywhere across your site. And you could add in fields that don't already exist. So this is ones that I've created or ship with Lasso, but it could be vibes. And you could write a thing on your vibes. And so the idea is you have a bunch of these attributes that you could show in this display, but then you could also use to compare against multiple products. And so if we went to the tables section, and we could just look at, we'll just make one, just make a table. You could always change the orientation later, which I think is super cool. So we'll do a test table. We'll be super creative. And let's see, what products have we added recently? Hmm. We could add in, I don't know, this bike. Probably wouldn't compare these products, but I just want to give you an idea of how easy it is to build. Actually, uh, we'll make this a little bit better. So let's
Those
first.
were all links that you already had in. So that was the other thing that I love too, is because on another section I have like sourdough stuff, and I'm
Mhm.
able to super easily put like the same links because sometimes I'm talking about the Bannetons and sometimes I'm talking about the whisks or whatever, and I can just easily throw stuff in there because it, like you said, it keeps it all in that one thing. So I don't have to, I used to hate having to go back to Amazon or go back to Impact and go back and grab the link. And it keeps it all right there in my dashboard.
Yeah, and you can also customize it. So when I first displayed this, it looked a little janky. So I tightened up some of the titles. I could like maybe price isn't appropriate for here because I don't know. Maybe this isn't a comparison of identical products. Maybe these are just ones I think you should buy to be a productive person. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So you could remove that. And the idea is that you customize it and build it as you go. And you could go and assume that the best way is vertical and oh my god, but it just doesn't even make sense vertical. I should really do it horizontally. You can just flip it horizontally and we'll rebuild it for you. And then you're like, oh, I don't like the headers on there, and actually I wanted to add a field about another column, another row. So the idea is you are previewing and editing it as you go. All
Right.
the details are being saved, and even though we've synced your rating from our core rating, you could customize it per table because maybe it depends on how it's being compared. You could copy tables. As you create tables, we'll show you where they exist on your site in our analytics suite, which will show you how they're performing click wise. So, really, just a lot of ways to display the things that you promote.
Will
I
you go
want
back to where you're editing the single link?
absolutely. So let's go Fire Stick.
Because another thing that I really loved was that secondary destination URL. So
Mhm.
a lot of our programs now you can buy from their website through Impact, Reversion, Share a Sale, whatever. And then we also have where you can buy on Amazon with like our Levanta program. And so being able to give your audience the choice of where they want to buy. I really love that. So mine say buy from the whatever brand website and then or buy from Amazon because there are some people that don't buy from Amazon and that's okay. And sometimes
Oh,
the
totally.
deal is better on the website than it is on Amazon. So they can actually price compare. I think it just again goes to the giving the value to the reader and giving them options.
And the idea is that it's flexible. And so whatever you need it to do, we really want it to be able to do. One of the things is so we started with this idea of a product database and keeping everything in one spot. And then as we grew, we realized that we didn't know what was deployed out across all of our pages. or we recommended Grammarly, and then it turns out there's another product that will pay us more, is better, whatever it is, and we want to just like migrate over. Um, and so we have this idea of locations where, as you are building and working on your content, Lasso is tracking where these are deployed across your site. So, one, you can see them. And so, an example is if I wanted to click on the grammarly.com here, and it'll give me a preview of its sentence in this post. I could jump to the post, I could edit it, but also I could switch it to something else. I could preview my display. That's on the features page we were just looking at. And then in addition to locations, because we are tracking all the links across your site, we can also find links that aren't monetized but should be monetized. And we do this in two ways. So on this screen, we're looking at the the source URL, which is share cell. So these don't really make sense. But if you wanted to dig into Grammarly specifically, you can go to our opportunities section and look over here. So if we go to potential links, you can see all of the links on our site that are to Grammarly, their blog, one of their core feature pages that are not monetized. And so we could, one, just flip this toggle. We could go Grammarly, you hit monetize, it'll literally go to that post or page and update the URL. So it's monetized, or we can create a new one. And so in the example of security, I don't have that one monetized yet. So I can go get the monetized link, do create link, and I can handle that. And so the idea is on the converse, you maybe have 1,000 posts and you've created all this stuff about writing. And today you got into the Grammarly affiliate program. You have 1,000 posts that may mention them, link to their site. Maybe your team did it. They didn't know you had a relationship with Grammarly. We will help you capture all of those. So even if you don't do anything with them, you're like, I'll deal with this later, you could still see all of the affiliate programs that you're linking to that aren't monetized. Like apparently we're linking to HostGator 4 times, and these are easy ones. And so if I wanted to do this one right here, I just go HostGator. We're going to just do monetize, and it literally is going to that page and it's updated now. And so now
Amazing.
if I click on the monetize link, it's literally bringing me, oh, 1 second. Let me open this. You can see all the click ID reference. So I just monetized HostGator inadvertently because I can't believe we weren't earning on that. But it's really it's that easy to manage your back catalog. And so you're building forward, but the idea is you also created a bunch of awesome stuff, and that should all earn you a lot as well.
I think that's one of the things too. So I actually sold my blog a couple of years ago. I wish I had found Lasso beforehand because I had started blogging in the early 2000s and I had so much content that I know wasn't properly monetized because back in the OG days, we didn't know to do that. But then the other thing, and you may be getting to this, was I'm certain that things on like Amazon that I linked to in 2012 aren't there anymore. But I wouldn't know that without something like Lasso. And I love how it shows what's out of stock or whatever.
Yeah,
Definitely
you
show
just
that.
click the
That
out of
was a huge
stock. It
selling.
turns out this Movado black pink woman's watch is out of stock. There's 2 locations. So you know what? While we're here, why don't we fix it? So I'll click. This one's out of stock. Let's see if we could find one. Yeah, this one could be a good fit. So I'm just gonna click to this one. It's in stock. There's 5 in stock, so I guess I could better move fast. And I'm just going to literally take this and I'm going to paste it on top of the previous URL. And I'm just going to hit save. I'm not going to do anything else. And what Lasso does, so Amazon links are not cloaked. A lot of other links are cloaked. It's actually an option that we give you for non-Amazon links. So the image updated, the title updated, the price updated. I could just do gunmetal. This is all a bit extra. Fix this apostrophe right here. Done. And what we did is not only did we just update this product, and so let's take a look, see if it shows us in stock. And it shows us in stock. And so Lasso went out to uncloaked links and updated all those other Amazon URLs that were pointing to the previous one and made it point to the new product. So the links are not cloaked. and now you're earning money on it. And so the idea is if you had a URL, so we have a similar thing to Levanta with advanced commissions on Amazon. But if you were using Levanta or our Affiliate Plus and you saw this watch on Levanta or Affiliate Plus, you can go and just paste your better monetized URL here and it'll update across your site. And so the idea is that the display layer, your content, is easily updated by your publishing team and monetization is separated. And it's easy to kind of jockey from a dashboard.
I love it. I'm certain, like, I want to write the person that bought my site and be like, hey, you need this because I know some of those links are dead. Very cool. You touched on the Affiliate Plus marketplace. Do you want to look at that?
Yeah, sure. So if we go to so if you go to app.getlasso.co, you can just create a free account and it'll bring you to our marketplace. Right now, we have about 300,000 Amazon products where you will get elevated commission and work seamlessly with all of our automations. And I'll show you all the pieces of it.
So to be
Let's
clear,
see.
this is where you get a higher percentage than if you just used your Amazon Associates link, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So
So for my insiders that are watching, for products that are not in Levanta, use this versus just Amazon Associates. So you get the benefits of the Levanta enhanced, but I doubt that they're on the same, like it's the same products. These are none of ours. But
our catalog is roughly double the size of theirs.
yeah.
There's something like 2,000 brands in the
Mm-hmm.
marketplace now. And some of the same brands are on Levanta that are on ours.
Okay.
And so if you were to, let's see if I could spell thermometer, thermometer. I think that's what how you spell it.
I think your M and your O are switched.
Oh, thermometer. You know what? I'll do meat because I was looking for a meat thermometer, but I can't spell apparently.
That's good for our foodies. Here we go.
Look, we even have parchment paper. I didn't even consider. So if you were to take this whatever butcher paper that I didn't even plan on showing you, you would get 9% per sale on Amazon. And this is in addition to your Amazon Associates income. So Lasso will automatically add your tracking ID, make sure you're compliant. You're going to earn your roughly 3% or whatever you earn from Amazon. You would then earn 9% that Lasso would pay you because we have direct relationship with these brands. So that would mean that you would earn 12% on this sale of this $14 product. And we have things, this is almost the same thing. I think it's actually it's a slightly different brand, isn't it? I don't know, but they give you 30%. There's so many options to choose from. It's crazy. I was looking for a thermometer, but the kind of thing that I find interesting or the thing that I find really exciting is um the Lasso platform together puts all the pieces and allows them to work for you. So Levanta has a great marketplace, and you can go there and you can get products, and you can get essentially the same products in ours. You could deploy the displays on your site with our plugin, but we also track the analytics. So what is actually selling and from where on your site it's selling. We're the only site that will do that for Amazon Associates. And so what we're able to do is we're able to see, so this is just one of my sites. I don't really maintain it because I'm building Lasso now. But this site earned in the last 30 days about $1,000 from Amazon. What we are able to do is we're using AI to look at the products that I already sold and compare it against all of the products that I know I have relationships with that will pay you more. And you can just go to opportunities here. And what opportunities will do is it'll find you highly similar products to what you are already selling or identical products to what you're already selling and literally automate the flipping of those links. And so apparently, if my $1,000 a month from Amazon, I could turn into about $1,300 a month from Amazon.
Wow.
And so if we were to look at this Aurora Carver one, we'll look at a couple. But if we look at this, lower this a little bit. So if we go to this one, my account. And so we calculate what commissions you earn because I'm literally pulling the revenue from Amazon Associates. So for this frame, I'm getting apparently 4% and this is what I earned in the last 30 days. This exact frame for this exact price is in our marketplace for -4%. So it's on for 15%. So if you added Affiliate Plus, instead of making 4%, you'd make 19%, which is 15% from Lasso on the same 4% from Amazon. And you can just click create the link if it's synced. And then we could also, you could click a button, automatically upgrade exact matches. In this case, it's the exact same products. There's no reason why you wouldn't automatically have these happen in the future. And then you will just start to make more. So this is not huge. It's $6 to $28, but this is in a 30-day period
Yeah.
over the course of a year. Of course, all the products that match, it could amount to a lot. And another example, we have this. I just randomly click this one. This is a leg compression something, whatever. Cool. They're almost the same price. This one's actually a little bit cheaper. I don't know, maybe it would sell more. They're they look pretty identical. And you get 12% commission on this. And so you could literally just, this is not automatic. This is not 100%. So you could be like, doesn't super fit. Let me see other matches from this brand. Or maybe I just like the idea of this brand. I guess they just sell a lot of other weight things.
It's like all fitness.
But yeah, the idea is once we know where you're generating revenue or what's getting clicks, we're going to try and find ways to help you make more by just like removing the fact that you need to know this program exists and go and update the link. Like we know that it exists.
Right.
You've given control of your links to Lasso for automations, and so we can just connect the dots for you.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I haven't even dug into that part. We are almost out of time, but I'm like trying to think if there's anything that I missed. Kara did say that she has some things from non-Amazon links are showing out of stock when they aren't, and broken links. So that sounds like an API thing.
Yeah, so we probably have to either work with the retailer or just fix it on our end. There's like a bazillion retailers where our customers let us know when we fix it. But I
Yeah.
would say all of the major ones work really well. There are a lot of eyes on those, and certainly all of them should work.
And you guys are so good about customer service. Like I've written in, like I said, I've already asked a million questions and I've had 3 people that come back and answer me. It's been awesome. Okay, so talk to us about pricing for Apogee because it's different than what's on your site.
Yes. Right now, if you were to sign up, it's $289 a year. If you were to go in through the back door and convince us, it will be $39 a month. But for you guys, we are allowing, I think it's like 1950 or 1925 a month and 190 a year for the Pro plugin. And I'm okay locking that in perpetuity. So if you guys sign up and we'll say, I don't know, the next like 30 days or something, we'll let you just keep that rate. But yeah, you'll
I'm
get
very
all,
excited about that. And the I'm excited about that because that is a good price. I know that most of our creators, we're not the old school affiliates. Our entire website is not built around affiliate, right? It is a section of what the kind of content that we have. And so it's so generous of you to do that. And I really appreciate it because it makes it more understandable as to why we would let that be an expense for that kind of section of our business plans as bloggers and creators and stuff. I'm super excited about that. And I will put that in our insiders group, the links to join for that. Yeah, because I've already had people signing up. Our team signed up. I signed up at the expensive one, at the bigger one. And like I said, I got into it so much and I was just like, no, everybody needs this. Like I bought it for myself. And the more I got into it, the more I just fell in love with it. Thank you again so much for taking the time to do this. I know that there are other things that you could cover. It is such a robust plugin. There is so many cool things that it does. But I really, like I said, I'm already seeing on my little baby site, which is, I'm not even working about traffic. It's just about my hat. Something to stay in the industry and whatever and play with my little baby site. And it's already seeing conversions. Like I'm in love. I'm in love. I think it's awesome. So anything else? Any other questions? Now we've got a couple people here, but is there anything that we want to go over at the very end here?
I would just say that if you're trying to make money in the affiliate space, I think you will find that if you put a little bit of time in, it'll earn a multitude more than display ads. And if it interests you, we have white glove customer service. Almost everyone on the team is or was an affiliate marketer. We're your people. We want you to earn money. We want like the 190 to be like, you will obviously earn more than that over the course of a year. In we want it to be a no-brainer for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't until I really started on the agency side that I really believed that. Like I was leaving money on the table as a blogger for a lot of years, a lot of years. And I think that there are still a lot of creators that are doing the same. The tide is turning. Things have changed, and more are open to this. And so I'm very excited to let this be one of the ways that you really show, because that's it, right? When you start seeing conversions, that's when you really start to believe. It's when you see it, and I think
Totally.
this is going to help for just that.
Any other questions? I'm happy to answer anything.
Thank you again so much. I will have this recording up. I will have the links up for in the insiders group, and then I'm going to put the recording up on our YouTube as well. And yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yes,
Any
absolutely.
questions? Email us. We're here for you guys.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.